Hi and welcome back to Normski TV. Doing a preview for the game tomorrow. Arsenal against Slavia Prague away in the Czech Republic. This is a massive game, and this is all about Arsenal tomorrow. Going there and putting in a performance. We've had a good performance in the game against Sheffield United where we won 3-0 away. If we put that kind of performance in, albeit that Sheffield United is not of the quality of Slavia Prague, but I believe if we go to Slavia and take our chances, then I believe that we will win the game. When we played them at home at the Emirates, we had loads and loads of chances, but we just did not finish our dinner. And tomorrow is absolutely important that our big players turn up, the likes of Lacazette, Saka, Thomas Partey, these guys need to perform. Our defenders need to perform. We need to be on it from the start. We need to try and get that early goal. I think if we do get the early goal, then what will happen is that Slavia will then be forced to push up and try and attack us. And they will leave spaces behind. And then that gives us a chance to counter-attack them and, hopefully finish the game. But we really need to be on it tomorrow. As I said, they're no pushover. They're top of their league. They've not lost at home all season, and we need to go there and put in a performance. We are a better side than them, but it depends on what Arsenal's going to turn up. And obviously, in terms of the news of injuries, we're still hearing that Odegaard and Aubameyang are still a doubt for the game. Arteta was asked in his pre-match match conference about whether they're going to be available. He said they didn't train. They weren't feeling good yesterday. Didn't train today, but the chance that they may well travel, and if they do, they could possibly start on the bench. So that obviously would determine my team selection for this game tomorrow. And we need to win this game. It's absolutely essential for us to get through to the semi-finals. At the moment, Prague are holding that, away goal advantage. But listen, if we go there and get that early goal, then it puts them on the back foot, and then we can really go for it. And as I say, if the real Arsenal turn up and play the way we did against Sheffield United, albeit that Sheffield United, didn't really offer much, then we can take these people and put them to the sword. So it is absolutely important that this happens. Now, in terms of team news and who's going to be available, Lacazette, obviously, he will be available. We're hearing that, which is good news. Smith Rowe and Saka trained as well, so it's great. I know, Saka had a dead leg. Smith Rowe was I think he had an ankle problem, but he's now back in training. So again, determines how I pick this side and who is going to play at that left back position. I know Granit Xhaka played at left back against Sheffield United, but he didn't really have any issues there. He wasn't really put under any kind of pressure. I'd say we're going to be up against a totally different opponent, and they've got quick wingers, so we need to be on it. He's not the fastest, but I would rather see him in his natural position, which is alongside alongside Thomas Partey. So in terms of teams and who's injured, obviously Tierney and Luiz are going to be out. Tierney's out for the season. Luiz is going to be out until the beginning of May. But we're going to have to go with the players that we've got. So, and it's a good news as well. We're hearing that Balogun is going to be signing a new deal, which is fantastic news. Don't know what that means for Eddie Nketiah, but look, at the end of the day, I think Balogun will definitely go far. Whether he will go out on loan next season is one to watch. He obviously won't be starting tomorrow. I don't even think he will even be on the bench. Arteta's going to go with, his experienced players, and so it is a massive game tomorrow. And in terms of who I'd like to see starting tomorrow, obviously, Leno did his interview today, and is quite confident going into the game, and he knows that this is the be and end all. So we really need to win this game, and that will determine who we face in the semi-finals. We could be facing the old rival Unai Emery, who's managing Villarreal, and have kind of got one foot in the door at the moment. But listen, let's not focus on them. Let's focus on the game tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most important game fixture, and it was good to come off a good performance against Sheffield United, keeping a clean sheet and winning 3-0. Now we need to take this form into the Slavia Prague game. The other news as well coming out there, the defender Kadila, who got suspended for one game, so he missed that game at the Emirates. Now is looking at a 10-game ban. I think the total, I don't know if it's 10 match ban for his racist behaviour against Kamar, who plays for Rangers. I know the Kamar guy got Kamara got a 3-match ban for violent conduct, but the Kadila guy has got a 10-match ban, so he will not be featuring at all in the game tomorrow. I don't know in terms of what their injury situation is and whether they've got anybody coming back, but as I said, I don't really know the players, so I'm not going to pretend, but hearing obviously that Kadila is maybe one of their mainstay, he's not going to be featuring at all, so that's going to be a bit of a blow for Slavia Prague. But we need to focus on who I'd like to see starting tomorrow. So let's get into it quick. In the back now, so this is going to be where it's going to be interesting now, because obviously that left back position is up for grabs, and I'm not too sure about Cedric Suarez playing in that position. Not after the Emirates game, where he just wasn't on it at all and ended up costing us the game in the sense of them getting the away goal. He has to be on it. I would rather see him in his natural position at right back. So for me, I would start Cedric Suarez in the right back position, and then in the defence, I would go with Gabriel Magalhaes, because he didn't play on Sunday, so I'll go with Gabriel Magalhaes, and it's looking like it's gonna be Rob Holding, who's a right-footed player. So it looks like it's gonna be Magalhaes and Holding in that centre back pairing, and then at left back now, if Saka is available, I would rather start Saka in that position. Now he can play as a left back or he can play as a wing back. It depends on how Arteta sets out the team, whether he goes with a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 formation. It depends, but I would start with Saka in that left back position, and that's because if Smith Rowe is fit and Odegaard ain't, then I would start Smith Rowe in that 10 position. So the back four would be Cedric Suarez at right back, the two centre pairings of Gabriel and Holding, and then Saka, and then the two in front in the pivot we'll go with Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. And if Thomas Partey can produce what he produced in that game against Sheffield United, that sublime pass, if he can be up for that and just be on it and win that midfield battle, then I feel that we'll have a good chance. And then obviously alongside him, Granit Xhaka, who can protect that back four. Then going up front, I will start with Pepe on the right, Smith Rowe in that Holding number 10 role. That's because Odegaard might not be available, and if he was, I think he's missed a few games, so I don't think he will be up to the speed. I would put Smith Rowe in there, who's missed less games. So I'd put Smith Rowe in that number 10 position, and I'm going with Martinelli. We need to be driving at these guys. If you've got Pepe on the right hand side and Martinelli on the left, there's pace up front, directness, and I believe that any one of these two can score and put these guys under pressure. So I would go with Martinelli on the left, and I'm gonna have to go with Laka up front. Oh yes, everybody's calling for Aubameyang to start, but he's obviously sort of coming off the back of the flu. He may travel, but will he be again fit enough? Do you know what I mean? I don't want him going into that game half fit and obviously with the flu remnants. I'd rather start Lacazette, who's in form, scoring goals, scored a brace against Sheffield United. So I would go with Lacazette up front. And the thing about it is, if we've got the likes of Odegaard and Aubameyang on the bench, then that's great, because then at least if we are in any doubt or any problems, then we can bring them off the bench to kind of change. So we've got some good attacking options off the bench. Obviously, Dani Ceballos, who had a good game against Sheffield United, but I don't think I would want to see him start in this game. Now, Arteta could possibly play Ceballos in a more forward role or more advanced role, but then it means that Granit Xhaka could drop, which I can't see that happening. So I can see Ceballos being on the bench and going with that. Now, in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to be so bold and go for a 3-1 score prediction. I do believe we will win the game. There's a lot at stake, and I think when Arsenal's back is against the wall, then they know what is at stake. And as I said, Slavia Prague are no pushovers, but listen, we need to be beating this side. Yes, they may be top in their league, but compared to the Premier League, you know what I mean. If they were to play in the Premier League, there's no way they'd be in the top 4. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. They'd probably be a mid-table side. But then saying that, that's what we are. But look, I think we can go there and win the game. And I'm going with a 3-1. And we need to start, as I said, we need to start on the front foot. Play at pace, yeah? Don't leave gaps. Be on it, focus, concentrate. Keep it tight. But if we can get an early goal, that would be absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow. I hope and pray that we can get it all sorted and get it all set up. I'm trying to see if I can hook up with somebody to do the watch along, because sometimes when you're doing it by yourself, it gets a little bit boring. So I'm going to try and see if I can hook up with someone. So look out for that tomorrow. A watch along the Slavia Prague v Arsenal, and hopefully you'll be seeing some big smiles on my face tomorrow. And when we do the player ratings and the review, it will be us going into the semi-finals. Please, Arsenal, please don't let us down. Listen, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.